Hello and welcome to TWIH. The trade deadline has come and passed, and it was exactly as boring as it always is. Nonetheless, some teams are different, so let's go through the league from the bottom to the top. Let's go, boys. They lost Jack Eichel to injury, traded Evander Kane for peanuts, and did nothing else. No one expected them to salvage this season, but it's a very Buffalo thing to come out of this worse. Remember all those dumpster fires from the previous recap? Yeah, they're nothing compared to Ottawa right now. It will be a long time before hockey causes a riot in Vancouver again. But then again, they could lose the draft lottery this year. How has Chiarelli not been fired yet? Because they're going to do it over the summer. How has Marc Bergevin not been fired yet? Oh yeah, it's because they're doing it over the summer. Ken Holland and Little Caesars Pizza have a lot in common. They've both been around for a while, and they're both very bad. The weight of past success is an anchor pulling them down, so let's take a moment to laugh at their misery. Garth Snow must have a deal with the devil because he's been wasting John Tavares for many, many years, and he still has a job. Kudos to the Rangers for admitting to their fanbase that they suck and need to rebuild. Now, if they could get Lundqvist to waive his no-move clause, they could actually start doing it. If hockey teams were children, Carolina would be the one that only gets participation trophies. A recent win streak has them thinking they can make the playoffs. Spoiler alert, they won't. Columbus is the red-headed stepchild of the league. No one cares about it. Once in the playoff race, now Calgary is slipping out. You should have taken better care of Yager, you fucking jerks. Taylor Hall is carrying the Devils into the playoffs, and yet Peter Chiarelli still thinks it was a good idea to have traded him away. St. Louis was solidly in the playoff race, but then Doug Armstrong traded his number 2 center to a division rival. He must be friends with Bergevin and Chiarelli. Nathan MacKinnon might single-handedly carry this team into the playoffs, but Joe Sakic is still their GM, so... Jonathan Quick is overrated. Getting players back from injury has made them a playoff threat, but their coach is still Randy Carlyle, so... San Jose picked up Evander Kane for peanuts, but they're still San Jose, so expect them to choke in the playoffs. The Eagles win the Super Bowl, the Flyers are making a playoff push, and battery sales are through the roof. Watch out. The Penguins are starting to get their shit together, and they made a big move at the trade deadline. I'm not going to call it a three-peat, but... Dallas will be a real threat in the playoffs because their fans will most likely be armed. Everyone in Minnesota loves hockey, but no one outside of Minnesota loves the Wild. As always with the Caps, they cannot truly be evaluated until the end of the second round. But this year might be different. They could lose in the first. Toronto is almost assured a first-round matchup with the Boston Bruins, and that is most definitely giving Leafs fans PTSD. This year, the Jets have achieved their potential and look like a real cup contender, but they're still in Winnipeg, so no one will visit. This team has been hot shit for the past 2 months, and they just acquired some serious help at the deadline. All those depressed Pats fans maybe have something to celebrate come June. Of course, I'm referring to Sam Summerale. Vegas made a trade with Pittsburgh to prevent rival Winnipeg from getting the player they wanted. Do not fuck with Vegas. They made it to the finals last year, and they're a better team this year. If they don't win the cup, Nashville will fucking burn. The best team in the league got even better by making the biggest trade on deadline day. Watch the fuck out for the Lightning. If they don't make it to the cup, if they don't fucking fuck the cup,